Unmuted. Hello, everyone. Welcome to the Monday Night live stream.
What's up?
What's up?
What it do?
What it is?
Mm-hmm. Where'd chat go?
Oh, shoot. We have no
What
chat.
is wrong with you today?
Amateur.
This is the third time.
Nancy B in Tennessee gifted
Aw.
one membership, 2 to go. Our goal is to get 3 members this stream.
Yeah, thank you, Nancy.
So thank you so much. You got us 33% of the way there.
Congratulations, Mike.
See, now the counter works.
Uh,
What happened with Mike?
Mike got the membership. Mike Casey.
Oh.
Yep.
I thought you were talking about fish tank. Oh,
Mike's a fish now. Get it?
a fish.
Yeah, a fish
Oh.
shoal. I was really reaching low there. Real low. Still got it.
Welcome to the AMA live stream, I guess. No topic today. Just shooting the breeze, talking fish.
Yep.
No chat. Let's say and do whatever we want.
Oh,
Fish Tank Barn.
thank you,
so
sir.
much. Tyler. Would you guys keep a Gila monster?
Yeah.
Absolutely. Also
beaded
a
lizard.
beaded lizard.
Yeah, I'd take. Actually, the guy one of the managers at Splash back in Sacramento, he just got a beaded lizard. I'm a little bit jealous. I'm gonna be honest, pretty freaking cute. They're great pets. They're very personable. They actually enjoy being handled. They're very cool. It's a very good example of a reptile that has a venom that isn't. Hey, Tugga! Making movies, making songs, and fighting around the world.
All right. There we go. We're back over 100. Thank you.
Thanks, guys.
Now just 900 to go to reach
Regina.
1,000.
Keep going. Come on.
Had a good week so far. Steenfott membership and a 6-pack of Brocus Splendens.
Hey.
You know, I was
It's the
just
best
looking
6-pack.
at our Brocus Splendens when I was doing water changes. And I think when we build our new fish room, they're going to get their own breeding tank.
They should. They're very nice.
And they're big.
They're huge.
They're huge.
That's the kind of 6-pack I like. If someone was like, you want a 6-pack? I'm like, yes, a Brocus Splendens, please. Like, that's what I
What about my
ask for.
6-pack?
I'm talking about beer. You know, that was my joke.
Oh.
You get it? Like beer. Like
Well, this
a
is more of a
6-pack.
keg.
Come on. Like a 6-pack of beer. That's most people's 6-pack. I'm talking about, I'd rather have a 6-pack of Corydoras or something like that.
I guess they are poisonous. Yeah, but they're just rear fang. And so rear fang is basically not something you ever have to worry about.
They're not.
Unless you're sticking your finger
They're not
way in its
inclined to
throat.
bite. Yeah, they're not inclined to bite. There are some animals that
They're very
docile.
I would say they're very bearded dragon-like.
Yeah.
Like they're not as active as a bearded dragon,
No.
but
They're very much more inclined to like use other tactics than bite. Like they're not just going to bite you. There's so many animals that can maybe are a little dangerous as far as what they possess toxin wise, but they're not inclined to bite. So, you know, you got to keep that in mind.
call it Bracken is lurking.
Why are you lurking?
That's why I like gifted memberships, because it shows the people who
Got
are
you.
lurking.
Got you good.
Jeff Rose, what's up, buddy? Hope you're doing well. Says I'm rear fanged.
Right?
Jeff Rose, I was just talking about you from when you got swatted. That's who got swatted.
Oh.
The only fish keeper to get swatted, which that's not
Wow.
a title any of us want. So that's, you know, but yeah.
Wild. 6-pack of Cherodon lateralis at the GSAS meeting. Also got to meet Dan. Oh, nice. Good deal.
Yeah, we got to hang out with Dan on Thursday night.
Yep.
Candy was kind enough to host us all and make us some really good
Yes,
food.
It was lovely.
And sent me home with some steak.
Oh, yeah, that's
so
right.
that was pretty nice.
He was eating that for a couple days. It was good stuff. It was very good. And it was very nice to see Dan. It had been a long time. And Dan is Dan. He's such
Covered
a
that
happy
right
guy. Like, he's a very nice person, Dan.
Oh, well, now I'm a douche because apparently Bracken was talking, not lurking.
Way to go.
George RB3, how you doing, buddy? Hope you're doing well.
I always think of RG3 whenever I hear that, which I don't know if that's the joke, but that's what I think of.
What? RG3?
Robert Griffin III.
Oh yeah.
No, yeah.
Terrible quarterback. Not
Yeah.
a bad dude, though.
Yeah. Yeah, I would agree with that statement.
Kind of like Tebow. Not a good
It's accurate,
quarterback,
right.
but a good dude.
Tim Tebow's a talented athlete. I'm not going to go down, but like he's just an all-around talented athlete in general and a good guy. Yeah, both.
What size enclosure are we talking about? Huge.
Huge. Yeah.
Huge.
Mm-hmm.
I would probably do at minimum like a 6-foot enclosure.
For just one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, at least.
And the reason I would do bigger is in case I wanted to get more down the road because they can be kept
They
communally.
can. That's why I ask. I'm curious because they do well together.
So the Woodland Park Zoo has Gila Monster, and their enclosure is huge and obviously really nice because it's a zoo. But it's always fun to see them all just sitting around.
That's the type of lizard, like much with a tegu or anything that's gonna get, large and girthy. You need to. I think that like you just assume you're looking at 8 feet for a tankula. You know what I mean? Like eventually, that seems to be the bare minimum, and the bigger you can do, the better for those types of animals.
Matt says I'm getting a group of rads from Marcel tomorrow. First rainbow fish.
I know, that's funny.
That's
funny.
I was looking at Aquabid like last week, and I was like, "Does Marcel have any rads?" No, but apparently he does because you got some.
They're all gone now. Thanks, Matt. Oh, RGB like pixels. Yeah, that too.
Oh,
Enclosure for a beaded lizard.
that makes sense.
Beaded lizards are excellent. They're very expensive, and Gila monsters both very expensive. Worth it, but they should be expensive to keep people from buying them who shouldn't have them. So I get it.
Jody says at Cheryl Smith, "Hey, how are your new plecos doing?"
Ooh, someone's got new plecos. Cheryl, that's exciting.
A 125 minimum for one Gila. Well, yeah, but you don't want a glass aquarium.
For that type of lizard, you could have glass. I would never recommend an enclosure that is open from the front with that. You don't want to ever put that type of animal in a situation where you're reaching over the top of them. That's not
Any
good.
reptile.
They don't want that.
You don't want to reach on top of
When
them.
you'll notice, even with a tame animal, if you come at them a lot of the time from like overhead, their instinct is to run or hide. They think you're gonna eat them. He still has Tiwa Creek.
There's a old Chinese proverb that says, "Fish and sea cannot see bird flying above."
Word.
And
how true it is. That's very accurate. I just know with animals that I've kept for a long time, I had far more success keeping them in an enclosure that I reached in like this.
Wait, hold the phone. Bracken says, "You guys got to make time to go to a GSAS meeting. There are always rads in the auction." Okay.
That sucks.
We were supposed to go. We wanted to go and support Dan, but then I forgot about a family function, and it's always that. I swear. Anytime we have a meeting or a show we're supposed to go to, someone's having a birthday party family is what's more important than family.
Jennifer.
Nothing, but I just swear it always falls on either an auction or a show every time.
Yeah, it's Murphy's Law. It's the way it goes.
And they probably sell for like $1 there too. That's
what. Oh, the rads.
Mm-hmm.
Probably. I don't know. Silver lining, we missed that. There was a Mariners game too. That would have been terrifying. Which I forget there's a baseball team here. Is that weird?
No, they're very forgettable.
That's true. I mean, to be fair, yes, to myself, that is true.
Every year, I have to hear from everyone how they're going to win the pennant, and every year they're just awful.
False.
It's never fails. This is the year. We got a new this, a new coach, new that. We're going to win the pennant. And then it always for half the year, they're like, oh, okay, we're actually going to win the pennant. And then it's like, we're in last place.
I'm not a baseball fan, but I was an A's fan if I was anything. And then my family are Giants fans, so,
Fastest growing baby spotted Congos took brine shrimp much earlier than 25 days just now.
Nice. So Mountaintop, I could be totally wrong here, but I feel like, so at least for two, I think we have one male and one female for sure. Like, I'm pretty sure one's a female at least. Like, she's huge. And the biggest butter bean there ever was. She is so round. Like, it's hilarious. So I'm hoping, let there be males. You know what I mean?
I think for Leo's sake, we'll avoid football talk this week.
It always devolves quickly if we talk about football.
Like the Cowboys.
Yeah, but really, the Cowboys. Sorry.
So anyways,
moving on. Somebody say something. Easy button.
kind of late, but made it. Better late than never.
That's true. Dennis.
Regina says, did you already see that one? My stepdaughter lives in Arizona. She sees Gilas a lot. Very slow.
Freaking cool. Yeah, they're not quick movers. That's for sure. That's for sure. Thank you, Dennis.
Dennis with the $5 super chat says, new favorite Corrydora's YouTube channel is Corrydora's In-House. Oh. Like 20 rare Corys always eating tube effects.
I love that.
Boy, are they... I have heard many good things about tube effects.
That's okay. So when I was a kid, when I first started keeping fish in like 3rd grade, we went to Capitol Aquarium, and that's what they had, live food. They had tube effects worms. That's what I used for years. Like that was the feeder, and they were great. They worked wonderfully. Good stuff.
Mike wants to know, has anyone heard of a successful Amazon puffer breeding in captivity?
Never heard of it.
I haven't.
I've kept many of them too, and I'll tell you, of all the puffers, like freshwater puffers I've kept, I'll never keep them again, I don't think. And not for the fact that I don't love them. They make me frantic. Like even the ones that I had that were settled in, that they glass surf no matter what. Like no matter what. And I'm talking, I had the heaviest plants everywhere, hardscape, just no room for them to feel anything but comfortable. I had them for a very long time, and they still freaking glass surfed. And it made me like, ugh. Not when I can have a spotted Congo puffer that just like glides effortlessly along.
It would be cool to have one, Kenny.
What?
He says they look awesome and thought it would be cool to have one.
Yeah, I just think their personalities are so great that it'd be really fun to experience, like, having that type of lizard.
What is this backdrop? I feel like we're all waiting in a waiting room to see a psychiatrist or an architect.
That's what
this is our podcasting station. See the mics are
we
all
want
set
you to
up
feel
back
like
there.
you are under a microscope, like you were about to be asked questions. Get ready.
I haven't decided on what to put as a backdrop, so it's just default.
Yeah, it moves around randomly.
Taking a break from fish in the background for a while.
People really don't like the fish. For some reason.
A couple people.
I know, I don't want to say everyone, but like multiple people have said like it's too busy. Yeah, there you go. Fish moving. That's not bad though, because they're small. I don't know. It doesn't bother me, but people don't love it, I feel like.
Apparently that's nothing.
Cool. The void.
What's this one? Whoa, that's your head.
That's my head. Thanks for that. Love to be the one that has that happen.
Corrydora's In-House. I'm going to look that up so I can check it out when this stream is over.
There's a lot of very cool reptiles that I've yet to keep. Do you like the new Wet Spot website, says Fish for Life? It is much better. It is cleaner. I am somebody that it matters to me how it looks and how it's, how you navigate it, and if it's easy. That's why I like Apple products. Click button looks like, you know what I mean? Like button looks like what you want it. Click it. Like that's what I like with websites. I want it to be very easy and flow. And so I think that I know they're still working out a few things, but it is night and day better than it was before. It was really, and like I said, it takes time when you roll out this big of a change. They have some stuff to work on, but they're getting there. Yeah,
there's still a lot of issues with the website, but I think it's a lot better.
Yeah. It's an improvement for sure.
And the fact that you don't have to... Here, I'll just pull it up.
That's a good idea.
I'm about to show you the single thing that makes the website a lot better.
Oh, I think I know what you're gonna... I think I know.
Let's see. I want to go here. Whoa, this is all over the place.
A little wonky. Nice little freshwater moray for you right there.
All right.
That's a great picture, though.
Good enough. So let's just go click on something. First of all, it's way faster, which is nice.
That is an
should be able to just click on any of these, really. But look at this now.
Oh, so much.
So the drop-down menus are gone, and it tells you what's in stock.
Thank you.
You used to have to search through every single one of these in a drop-down until you got whatever magic combination was actually in stock.
Do you know how many times my hopes were up because I thought something was there, and then I click on one last thing, and I'm like, oh, out of stock. Like.
So now you just know.
so nice.
And that right there
yeah,
is worth whatever they paid for this website.
yeah, it's totally. This
I
is
mean,
what
the company that was doing their website before was pretty trash, to be honest.
I feel like they really did not do them any favors whatsoever.
That right there makes just it all worthwhile. Although this confuses me.
Yeah, I was. You know what? It's funny.
No, you don't know what. I haven't even shown you
that
yet.
part confuses me. You literally just brought up the part that confuses me. So that's funny. I thought you were gonna agree with me.
This confuses me. Bag of schooling fish.
Oh, like they're like.
Bag of Corydoras.
Don't they pick them?
Yeah, but it's a bag of 5 assorted species of deformed Corydoras. And then it says missing gill plates, short bodied, curved spines, or just otherwise unfit for sale. Then why are they for sale?
I feel as though this used to be the adoptable fish, and it somehow turned into this. I don't know. That's an interesting. Yeah, that's not the part that I was gonna say at all. Not the same. Not the same.
The other thing is, now if you go to like Westpot Choice, it does say like, we'll ask you what your tank and what fish you have are,
so they can make sure they align.
But I'm not a big fan of just sending random animals to people.
Yeah, unless I know the person, you know what I mean. Like unless you know them and you're like, okay, I know that they're gonna have.
I do like the mystery, like what am I gonna get? But
I'd be sure upset if I got a mystery cichlid and it was like a fire mouth, though. I'd be pretty.
We're sending you all convicts.
I'd be pretty angry. Yeah.
Is there a bag
platinum
of cichlids,
convicts or something
bag of gouramis,
awful like that?
Adoptable.
Here's an Oscar for you.
See, I can't even say it. Adoptable cichlid. You know how many different fish that could be?
No, I do not. Why don't you enlighten me?
Am I going to need a 1,000-gallon tank or a 5-gallon tank?
Getting like,
I don't know.
I really could be so many. Like a red terror or like.
I think they had this before. I just didn't know where.
They had adoptable fish for sure,
but it's way better. Yeah, also, here's
look at that.
Here's the other really good thing. The search bar is always here.
Hallelujah.
Before, if you wanted to search, you had to go to livestock.
Yeah, it was so
Then
annoying.
you had to like click on one of these, and then the search bar would appear, or something like that. But now the search bar is just always
Look
there.
at that little rainbow bodice waiting to be purchased.
Yeah, how has nobody bought these?
Why don't you go get one of those guys, everyone?
They look way better than this photo.
They're so cool. I love that was right there because that's a fish people should go get. Put that scarlet bodice away. Go get a rainbow bodice. Well, no, you can get both. It's fine.
Bracken says, I will, before I die, keep Uromastics in a large enclosure.
I love ornate Uromastics.
If it wasn't for their heat needs, I would be much more inclined
to get them. They tried to get me to buy one at Petco, remember? Like, I took pictures.
Oh, yeah.
The guy brought it out. He's like, we got it in the back. I'm not even bringing it out. You want to buy it? And I'm like, no, I can't buy something that needs a 150-degree basking spot right now.
That's just a fire hazard.
I had like 5 lizards that all had like 150-degree basking spots at one point.
Buy 3 random cichlids and get an Apisto, an angelfish, and an Oscar.
There you go. That's a deal. Move a century right there. Yeah, fish, I feel like I would need to know. Like, even though I know at any point in time for years I'm prepared to take most things, like, that aren't ridiculously large, I still might not want it. You know what I mean? Like, maybe it's something that I've already kept or that I didn't care for. Like, if I was to get, like, a Steindachnerai, like Geophagus, I'd be like, oh, no, thank you. Send it back.
So Dennis asked, Bob, do you still have Radinocentris or Nodus? I've gotten rid of all my Radinocentris. Before I moved, I had like 4 species. When I moved, I kept 1, and now I'm down to none.
I think it's no secret, Leo. I love the false water cobra. I'm a fan.
Fishy scratch and dent sale. That's good. But I feel like that's something that should be like in the retail store so people actually see.
I think that would be a great thing for a retail store. Like, I know most stores do have something like that, like a oddball tank, and not traditional oddball, but like a donation tank where people have brought stuff in. Yes, Aki's need like 140. My Aki had 140 for her basking spot.
But you're talking about like an Aki versus like a 3-foot Euromastix. You need multiple basking bulbs.
Spots. Yeah, Akis are pretty, like, for being a monitor. I'll never say a monitor is easy. They're not easy, but they're easier than like something that's going to get much larger. They're not that huge, so that's nice.
See, I would like to get the Egyptian Euromastix.
Those are very cool. They're all cool. I've never seen Euromastics that I was like, oh god, that's
even like
disgusting.
the commercial bred ones, like the reds and the yellows.
They're super pretty, and their little tiny heads and big old bodies. It's amazing. I love it. They remind me of like a slee stack or something. Yeah, that's a good deal. I mean, I had to stop watching with the Steindachner I hate. It's a first fish bred. That's cool. They're very pretty, but mine were all terrors. Like, they all were just not nice fish. They were not nice to anybody in the tank. They were nice to each other. Like, I think they're so cool, and I wanted it to work because I love those nuchal humps. I was a little butthurt about it, to be honest, because I love my Geophagus. So,
Leo, I don't know what the confusion is, but no, she doesn't have an Ackie.
no.
Like, we don't have an Ackie.
We're not going to be getting an Ackie anytime soon. Next monitor I get, realistically, I'd really like a Kimberly Rock monitor or a Green Tree monitor. Like, Kimberly Rocks are way cheaper, but a Green Tree would be, the best.
Brandon guy who breeds Ackies says the books say 30 inches, but it's more like 20 inches.
Yeah, that seems... the biggest one I've ever seen was like maybe 2 feet.
What was the comment we got where somebody said that fish grow larger in the aquarium
Oh, yeah.
than they do in the wild? I'm like,
false. I don't think that's accurate, like, ever. So thanks for that.
I don't know about that one.
Yeah, that's one of those, like...
Don't you know they grow to the size of your aquarium?
Oh, my God. Yeah, you should have said that. That would have been funny. And, like... I don't know. I've definitely seen Ackies that were much heavier than others. Like, I have seen some overfed Ackies. I've seen some fat Ackies, but not like some ridiculous, like, 3-foot Ackie that I'm like, holy
we never
hell.
said we had an Ackie.
No.
Ever. You might have misheard, but I guarantee you.
I
could have misspoke. Like
I said, she went to a cool colony of Ackies, which was ideal anyways. They should live in groups, honestly. Yeah, no. And, I have enough hard to take care of large lizards. Again, I think rare earth is just a morph, not like or a high red or something. I don't know, because they're bred for color.
And remember, this is an AMA stream. The viewers drive the show, so I get it. It's a fish channel, and we're talking about reptiles. If you want to talk about fish, just ask a fish question.
Yeah, people have been bringing up the reptiles a lot.
It's almost like someone should start a reptile channel and upload content to it.
Okay, calm down. That's all right. I'll get to it. I'll get there eventually.
Do you even upload shorts anymore?
I haven't for a while.
Oof.
Okay. Okay, boss. I'm sorry. Crack the whip there.
I'm gonna have to bring you down a peg or two.
Wow. You're a peg or two.
You think just because you're pregnant you can't upload shorts?
Yeah, I do.
Get it.
I actually do think that. Yep. That's it. That's the way that works. If they're a prey fish, they may live longer, but yeah, not bigger. Yeah. I mean, bigger, like, the biggest fish I've ever seen is at like
The argument was that in the
peacock bass.
aquarium, they get a lot more food than they do in the wild.
They may be larger, like I just said, with the Ackies, like with reptiles or fish. If they get overfed, a lot of the times in the wild, they're getting bare minimum or sometimes not enough, depending on where they are, Yeah, see, it's a line bred. That's what I thought. It's just a line bred Ackie. Yep. They're probably beautiful.
Ooh, now I can try this.
What? Oh.
That's obnoxious.
Yeah, it is.
I'm not asking for super chats, people. I'm just testing this thing to see now that I've got one.
You put it right there.
But it's not accurate.
Yeah, it's not. That's weird.
Okay, I'm just going to see.
That's odd.
If that updates to the new $1. I'm trying out all these different new things, so bear with me here.
You keep getting rid of the chat.
I know, I need to move it. Oh, there's 2 chats up.
Mm-hmm.
There, now it'll always be up.
Like, the thing is that's what we're doing with reptiles now. I feel like we're now breeding. There's lineage breeding. You're now breeding for traits. So that's generally how it goes with any species that's kept long enough, is you start trying to line breed and get it to look the way you want it to look, or so you can sell them more or for whatever.
See, Bracken says, don't let up on the gas, Bob. I need another reptile channel to watch.
I know.
There's a lot of reptile channels, but there's not a lot of good ones.
I have yet to find, like, I'm trying to think of actually my favorite one is this Australian dude that's got like 20,000 followers. I don't even know what the name of it is, and he's because I love reptiles from Australia, and he's just goes out and like picks them up off a bush and like says this is what it is, explains a little bit about them and how they're kept. Love it. Love it. It's like why I like below water so much. It's just go there, show me, let me see, tell me about them. That's all I ask for. Test. Yep, thank you, Nancy.
Oh, now it went to 7. Oh, that's weird.
It did.
Oh, Curtis is yours a sticker? Is that a super sticker or a
maybe
super
it's a sticker?
Because it didn't count Curtis's, but it just got Nancy's.
It's all sticky.
Ooh, it's all sticky.
I love butters.
Butterscotch.
I've got something in my front pocket for you. That's a good episode.
Folks, just check the money board. Operators are standing by.
That's right. Oh my God! Remember that?
Funny.
That's jeez.
I would love to do a telethon.
PBS, baby.
Can we do it like a fish telethon? You'd have to get like a prepaid phone.
Yeah, that would be
That'd be kind of fun though.
It's kind of funny.
Do you guys keep a Pistogramma
Elizabethae?
Used to. I had one female, and then I had a colony of 6, and after like 3 years, I got rid of the last female. Never got him to spawn. Yeah, what's up with Curtis?
Elser says, I see some kind of reptile in my yard at least weekly. Australia. Yeah, well, I'm jealous because you got all the good stuff and you guys don't send them out. We can't get them.
Oh, it is a sticker. That's why.
And you've got all the cool phasmids too. Dang it. Those are bugs.
Bracken, thank you. Who else did I miss? Nancy, thank you. And
thanks,
Dennis
guys.
and Leo. Leo says Chelsea needs to make a reptile video.
Okay.
We have. What if I made one? Would you allow me to make one?
I'd
on
make
your
one
channel?
with you.
Because I want to do one. So
I do it with you.
Since
but
we're speaking of reptiles, I've got one of my dream reptiles this past weekend.
Oh yeah.
One of my all-time favorite reptiles.
And I love them.
Which is just the long-tailed grass lizards. They were $7.
Good deal.
I got a small group of 4 of them, and it just goes to show you, like, price doesn't mean cool.
No, but because most skinks are inexpensive, like a lot of types of skinks. Yes, I know about Reptiliatus. He's got good stuff. Still not necessarily my kind of, like, I like him and he's got nice setups and stuff, but I don't know. My vibe is a little different. Like, I just don't, it's too calm. I think it's a little, what was that?
Vibe? You're vibing. I was vibing.
I saw that.
I was vibing since you're vibing.
I'm going to make a little note of that.
Wait, you can vibe, but I can't?
I'm just going to mentally mark that down.
Okay.
I'm just going to put that one in the memory
Up
banks.
here?
Yep, that's where. Don't knock it out. Been asking what? Wait. Been asking myself that for a long time.
Why don't you tell me this, Bobber? I'm hurt. I tell you everything. I don't know what you're talking about. I said a lot of stuff,
He's
so
not
I don't
even
know.
listening.
You got to be a little more, I don't know, direct? I don't know.
Assertive? I don't know either. I don't know the right word for that.
They are very strict on export of Australian.
Yeah.
I thought they don't export anymore.
They don't. Like, if they do, it's for like a zoo or it's for like, there's ways you can get around it with permits and stuff,
the
but no.
Steenfott Zoo?
Yeah. There's a whole lot of animals there that I would love to get my hands on. I'm just glad we got pink tongue skinks starting to like be bred here because those are a great alternative to blue tongue skinks, which...
If Dennis's didn't count either, it's the stickers that don't count. Oh, his was a sticker. I thought it counted his.
Oh. I don't know.
I'm bad at my job. 12. I think there's a 5 up here. Oh, yeah. No, it didn't count his. Okay.
Weird.
Well, that's good to know. Not that I'm ever going to use this stupid thing, but... Gila monsters are not inexpensive. I looked it up, and they're a good $2,000.
Yeah, I said that. They're very expensive.
They used to be like, you can find like babies for like $800, usually around in the spring. If you look at Morph Market in the spring, that's when you want to buy them.
And please just be aware, though, we are looking at a huge increase in reptile prices all the time, constantly. Like, they're just getting more and more expensive, which is really unfortunate because they're, even the ones that are easily kept or more easily kept or becoming hard to get your hands on for a reasonable price.
Bob, you got a new reptile and you didn't tell me. That's not true. We talked about it last week that we were getting them.
We did.
So
we did. So we knew
maybe
we were getting
if
them.
you would come to the streams more often.
Wow.
Ooh.
Burn. You just got moted.
Cusco?
What?
Oh, Leo's skink is named Cusco.
I like blue tongue skinks. I just think that they need a lot of space and they need a lot of ground space because they're not climbers. They need like long tanks. They're long. They don't balance well. Like not all of them are nice. They can take a lot of time to get to be like what mine was, and I was just very fortunate. He was just nice.
Steenfott Aquatics, are y'all gonna do a Moonlight Aquatics tour?
Yeah,
yes,
we are.
We just have to find the time. Maybe, maybe we can go there this Thursday. Maybe, but I think they're closed on Thursdays.
And like ask him what's going on with him too, because maybe he's got stuff going on.
Yeah, and we want to coordinate it to where it's like he actually has some cool stuff, and not go when he hasn't got any new fish for 2 weeks, and all he's got is like neon tetras. So.
Oh, nerds downsizing, huh? That doesn't surprise me. I noticed they started charging a lot for their animals.
They are
a lot.
Stupid expensive.
Like, it got really to the point
Maybe
where
if they got realistic with their prices, then their upkeep.
They'd move a lot more animals if they didn't have the same thing for like twice as much as everybody else had it for. And they're wild caught too. That's the thing is like sometimes I'm waiting to see it say captive born and bred, and I'm like, no, that's still wild caught, and you just want 3 times as much, which is weird.
Nancy said I was getting fish earlier, and he skipped that. Maybe he needs dad glasses too.
What are you getting? Wait, what? What is it? I want to know what these fish are.
I didn't even read your member milestone. Yes, I did.
Rude.
That's factual.
Oh, I didn't.
Okay, maybe I didn't read it.
No, you didn't read that.
Are there not 5-year member badges yet? I'm getting close, and I demand the most up-to-date icon. I don't know.
That's helpful. He's great. Yeah, I haven't bought like animal. I can't spend that much on things when I can.
Johnny Best, $2 super chat. Thank you, buddy. We appreciate it.
I don't know. I am someone who it matters to me a lot the quality of the animal, but I also know my abilities to take care of things, and I'm pretty good at judging situations. I have my moments. Like everybody gets taken every now and then when it comes to live animals. It's just the way it goes.
Okay, there was a comment I wanted to read, and then I looked away, and now I don't see it.
Want to order the red Sandanio axelrodi from the wet spot? Is that it?
It's ever use the dosing pumps that spin. I've never used dosing pumps ever for anything, assuming they need to check valves. Nope. I have not used them.
I haven't either.
Fish for Life says I just ordered some Zingu Black Neon Tetras.
Woo! Those are nice.
Those are $35 a pop.
The Hikois have the big old eyes, and I love that. They're very pretty fish. Congratulations on those. That's exciting. Yeah, they're not cheap.
Yep, and Veranda Guy brings up an excellent point that says captive bred doesn't mean
that
captive
means it was
bred.
Born in captivity. Captive born and bred is what you want to see.
So when these wholesalers
they capture
go
animals.
out and catch pregnant animals, and then they hatch out or give live birth while they're in their custody, then they're like, it's captive bred.
Yeah. It's BS. Don't listen to it. Captive born and bred. I look for very specific verbiage. The people who breed their own animals are very, very quick to impart that information in anything. We bred these, we love them, whatever. There's always, it's when there's very minimal that you're like, okay, it's because you don't want people to know.
Nancy's getting 8 Similis Cories, which I love, but have never kept, actually.
That's cool.
And 12 Pseudomugil illuminatus, which in my opinion is the best illuminatus.
That's a fantastic fish. You will.
It is not only is it the best illuminatus, but it's also the best Pseudomugil.
They're so pretty. They're so pretty.
I just have illuminatus and Gertrude, no collection point on them.
Yeah, hognose are pretty straightforward with their care. Very simple. If you get one like I had that was hard to feed, though, my female did not want to eat. My male ate like a champ every time, and my female was not easy at all. How are we liking the Dr. Bassler food? I personally love it.
Who asked that? Where is it?
That would be Matt. It's right there for.
Mm.
So yeah, we really like it. I think that I was just saying in the last stream that what I like about it is very small. If you want to even call them granules, they are, but they're tiny. I think they're great for earth eaters, which we have quite a few of because they need smaller food, and it gets down. It floats for a while, then sinks into the water column and goes down into the substrate, and they'll just sit and pick forever and have a merry old time. So I really like it. I think it's great. And the fish really like it. So I noticed it immediately. Like I've said this before, there's a lot of foods that I'm used to feeding bug bites because I feed a lot of bug bites. And I would try another food and they wouldn't go after it with like the fervor and the zest that they'd go after the bug bites with. And I noticed with Dr. Basler's food, they're going after it and they're very excited to eat, which makes me happy because that matters, you know? It's good. If they're not eating the food, it's just making more work for us. So it's great. I would definitely give it a whirl. It's not cheap, but it's good food. I don't know where he went, by the way. No idea. What's funny is when people asked if my Ackies are captive born and bred, I said they'd be a lot more expensive if they weren't. Cannot get wild. Yeah, I was going to say, I think it's funny when people think that, well, that's why I was saying I think it's crazy that they're breeding the pink tongue skinks because people are having success breeding them. I've noticed a lot of small breeders having babies, captive born and bred babies, which I'm like, good for you for cornering that because I know that's not an easy feat to get Australian animals to do that or get your hands on them, period. So fake rainbows are the best rainbows. That is true. I would have to agree. Ooh. San Luis Obispo reptile show. San Luis Obispo is beautiful. Very pretty. The Royal Batis Dario, only males, or do they sell both? I can't vouch for that. I want to say they do sell both, but I don't know enough about them to be able to do that myself, like sex them myself. So I wouldn't know by looking, and I don't think they do. I don't think they offer them sexed. So
coming back.
Oh,
so I had this in my car. So Dennis Engel with the $5 super chat says, I second the Dr. Basslers. The fish love it. They also love the new bug bites he sells.
Oh, cool. That's good.
All right. So my issue with this is the baby nano Dr. Bassler. When you look up ingredients, what does it say? It does not tell you the ingredients.
That is my one issue also. Yes, I will.
Under ingredients, it says crude protein, 59%. That's not an ingredient.
No, that is a percentage.
Ash, 12%. Fats, 10%. Like, there's no ingredients.
Yeah. I looked online and I couldn't find it either. So.
And we are both, when it comes to our animals and with us, we're pretty big ingredient snobs.
Yeah, I like to read everything.
And so that's a pretty big, like, why aren't the ingredients on there?
Which I feel like that might have been overlooked, maybe, because I feel like it's not, yeah, it's nice and stinky.
It smells like fish would love it.
Ever fed
and they do. Like, I have no qualms with it, but I want to know what's in it.
Yeah, me too. Have you ever fed blackworm pellets? Live blackworms are too hit or miss. They're expensive. I have never done any type of like if I feed a worm, like a blackworm or a tubifex worm, it's live. Bloodworms I obviously do frozen, but I've never done pellets of anything. I don't like freeze dried, I'm assuming is what you're saying. I've noticed that my fish, because I fed so many frozen and live foods, they didn't go for anything that was dehydrated or like freeze dried or anything. They didn't want it. They were snobs. So I've never used pellets, but I bet you could get them frozen. I've never really sought that out, blackworms that are frozen, but I'm sure you could.
Steenfott Aquatics, toss me a few choice recommendations for a new 29-gallon Wallstead dirted planted tank.
Steenfott gobies.
Neon green raspberries.
You could do both. You can do them together.
Pick another one.
That'd be great. Oh, what did I just say? I was just saying it was a loach. What loach was
Rosie?
it? Oh, no, the dwarf horseface loach.
That's a good one.
Yeah, dwarf horseface loach. Oh my God, they're so cool.
I'm gonna go very predictable and say Habrosis corridoras.
I love those. I think that would be great.
Or
too.
Histatus, or even pygmy.
I love all of those. Those are all good.
Of course, I'm gonna say pseudomcgills as well.
Yeah, that'd be because why not?
Pseudomgills are awesome.
Why would you not though? Yeah, I feel like that's a fish you always say because you should.
You could do Shelleys. Shelleys would be a fun tank.
Could do Shelleys. It's Wallstad though, so I mean.
Oh yeah, never mind.
Yeah,
mind.
don't do Shelley's in a Wallstad, but
that
but
would
you
be
could
a
definitely
mess.
do any of the other things that we said in a Wallstad.
Let's see what else. 29 gallon.
You could do.
Well, you know what might be cool is like some sparkling gouramis.
Oh my God, why did I not think of that? I'm a little bit offended.
I don't know.
I didn't do that. I don't know about all that. I didn't get hands involved. But yeah, sparkling gourami, or you could even do like a chocolate gourami. Like any of the smaller gouramis would be, a licorice gourami would be amazing.
I was thinking gobies. There's lots of gobies.
Tons of gobies. That was what I was trying to think of. I was trying to decide on a goby because I was going to make another goby recommendation.
What about the glass goby?
Yeah, you could. Oh my God, totally the glass goby. They get a little bit bigger, but you know, you could still do it. You could still do it. And
gobies would be fun.
I feel like a glass goby would be very pretty in a Wallstad aquarium. Also, they wouldn't detract, you know, because it's an attractive aquarium. Gobies are always an answer. Like I can always find gobies as an answer to some
Mountain
type of
Greenery.
tank.
Hey, says I've got Habrosis Corys coming in the mail from Dan's Fish.
Oh, nice.
Awesome.
That's a good purchase.
Did you use my code and save some money? I hope.
Did you? Uh-oh.
Use those codes.
Don't
save
you go
money.
telling us about these fish unless you use the code. Just kidding. I still want to hear about it. Excuse me. Oh, I'm going to choke.
Depending on how many you need, culturing blackworms from a lab supply isn't too bad and basically permanent.
I would definitely trust his advice on that. That sounds good.
What is that noise?
What's this?
Oh.
Yeah. Sorry.
Sounded like a ringtone or like a notification or something.
What, like a polyphonic ringtone? Like, what the hell kind of ringtone?
From my Nokia 6160.
I was about to say, do. I think we all know that sound well. Oh. Leo's trying. Are you trying to get an Aki now, Leo? My God, you got the fever.
I don't know about the code. Next time. Yep. It's
There you go. No, use it next time.
I'm not sure how much you'll save, to be honest, because I'm terrible at being an affiliate. But you will save between 5 and 10%.
And buy like $5,000 worth of fish. You know, might as well.
I have some Habrosis over 4 years old, cute little seniors.
Oh, how cute. I am feeling Susan. Actually,
You're feeling Susan?
I am feeling Susan. She's great. I'm feeling pretty good. I'm much better than I was a month and a half ago. That's for sure. I was miserable. It was not fun. I've said this to people. I'm not one of those like, oh my God, I love being pregnant. Like, I'm not that person. I'm like, are we done yet? Because that'd be great.
Oh, and she asked me how I'm feeling. Finally.
That's very. Shut up. He's.
It's like I did my job 4 months ago, and now I'm out of the picture.
Oh my God. No, you're still in the picture. You're still right there. Don't worry.
I'm doing great, Susan. Thank you for asking.
Yeah, we're both.
I hope you're doing well too.
We're both doing well. Yes. But I'm looking forward to this. Everyone says this is the best time. They're like, enjoy the next couple months. I'm like, okay.
Leo says I need to order fish from the wet spot, but can't use a code. It says it's exceeded. Well, you just got to get creative.
You could make it happen, Captain.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if you're buying those $500 Corys, that 10% would help. Thank you, Zen. That is a very true statement. Listen to her.
Steven says, I love my Habrosis Corys and Pygmies and Aenas and Trilinianus and Adolphoi and Schultzii and Venezuelans and Sturbai and Paleotis and Pandas.
I like how that list does not have any freaking laser Corys because they suck.
I'm a little disappointed it's not in alphabetical order, but
Oof.
I'm not going to complain.
Missed opportunity. Steven, come on.
Are hatchets good with a bit of current? Yes, not exactly river strong, but it's a spray bar. They are found in rivers, so yes.
They actually look very cool when they like bob with the current. I love
it. They are, what's the word I'm looking for? You'd have to feed them a lot because they have fast metabolism.
Yeah.
Especially if they're in current, you want to make sure.
You want to make sure they have enough girth to handle the current.
Enough energy.
Yeah, that's what I meant. That would have been a better word.
Yeah, Bob, you come in handy for the gassy baby. I have kind of been the gassy baby lately, to be honest. I don't know what I ate.
Oh my God.
I did not include my 123s. I always forget about my 123s because they're in a tote, and so you can't.
Oh yeah.
You can't see them.
You can't see anything
And
in
I had
there.
it
They
for 2
probably love
years,
it.
and they never spawned. And then I asked Mitchell Bloom, and I was like, yo, what's the deal with these 123s? And he's like, I had to leave mine alone for 2 years before they spawned. And I hit the 2-year mark, and they still weren't spawning. So I moved them out of the breeding tank, and now they're just
we have come to
in a big tub.
We have come to the conclusion that your lasers are the only ones that don't suck. I think that is a well-known fact at this point because they all hide. Regina's laser Corys come out and like socialize.
Mine were out. I swear.
Okay.
Our orange lasers
Some of
are
them were the ones I brought too.
The coolest tank ever. It's just a 20-gallon with like
so
4
much
inches of moss.
It's so much moss.
Maybe
is it
more.
Christmas moss or is it Java moss?
It's not Java moss.
Okay, it's Christmas moss then.
I
can't tell anymore because it's just
not Christmas moss. I want to say maybe willow. I have to look at my. It's from.
I don't know.
It's from that place.
Yes, it is. I remember when you.
What's the plant place?
Oh my god.
George Farmer's company. Well, he's.
Oh my god! Why? Yeah, I know, but why can't I remember?
I'll just look at my email.
Yeah, do that, or it's gonna drive me crazy.
Someone's just gonna say. I actually just deleted the email too.
Oh, good. At least it's in the freshly deleted category.
Oh no, it's gone.
Oh, are you emptied too? You deleted and emptied?
Tropica. Good lord.
Jesus, how hard is it?
That's a brain fart and a half.
That's the easiest thing to remember. Yeah, I remember when you. Yeah.
So I have to look. I'm pretty sure it's like. Well, I can just open it. And
There's that daddy brain again. Thanks, Zen. That sounds so gross. Like that sounds like a dirty term.
That's what you want to go with. Feel free.
Okay. So stupid.
Let's see. And it was tissue culture, which is even better.
It's gone gangbusters in that tank. It is everywhere.
Where's their mosses at?
And it's funny because like we have a pistos in there and then the stupid laser Corys, and every now and then one of them will just pop out from the moss. Like they all just stay in the moss all the time, and then when they get fed, they come out.
I'd have to look at my receipt, but it's either spiky or flame moss.
It's flame moss.
Okay.
No, that's what it is. That's what it is. No, it is. Like now that I've been
Everyone else is saying Tropica, and I'm over here spending 10 minutes looking at an email. That's usually the way it works, though.
Ain't that the way of it?
Why do laser Corys suck? Because they hide. That's all they do.
They don't suck visually. I think they're gorgeous, and that's why I bought them and spent way too much money on them. But I don't like that they don't ever come out. And I've had them in many tank settings where they should have been just fine. And they're like, no, I'm going to go hide my little $23 body. Because I bought them a long time ago, like mine.
And they're in a tank with what used to be a trio of Apistogramma urethrae.
Erythra.
And the male just disappeared.
Yeah.
So he's probably somewhere in the bottom of the moss rotting away, unfortunately.
He has the bug zapper. He'd have to smack himself. He probably would, so I'm not encouraging it.
I tell you what, if that test bar gets filled up, I'll hit myself with the bug zapper. Just kidding.
Yeah, he's not doing
I'm not a hooker. I don't do things for money.
I was going to say, all right, Bart, here, eat this. That was a good episode.
I like pygmies the best only because I can't find Histatus, and I like pygmies because they hover in the middle.
They
of
do,
the water
and I love
column.
that. That is a fun thing.
They're like little hovering UFOs.
They are, and they're so freaking cute. Reboot his dad brain. My Venezuelans are hiding a little more than before, but they're still relatively active. They even go up to up the plants looking for food, just strictly on the bottom. That's our stir-by. Our stir-by are all over the place because there's 500 of them. Like
I think there's like
25
or something.
Yeah,
like that.
something like that.
Do you keep your moss free floating or tied? It really
Free
depends.
floating. In that tank, in that one
it's
tank.
not. Well, it's not. It's
Sitting
anchored
on wood.
into the substrate, like it's grown into the substrate.
There's also a piece. Isn't there a piece of wood underneath that, or no? Did you
yeah,
check
there's
that
wood
out?
under there too. The only thing I really let go free floating is like Java moss when I'm spawning stuff. Otherwise, it's gonna be tied to something.
I never really tied it to anything. Funny you say that, Varannon guy. I actually just commented on the porthole flagtail catfish. Like, didn't I just? I was just like, man, those are cool. I really like them. I think they're very cool. I also had a flagtail procholotus though. I really loved that. I thought that was the most effective algae eater besides goldfish. God, that thing was just. He would just munch on algae all day long. Loved that thing. He was a opponent when there was eating to be done, though. Like when the tank was being fed.
I don't see the comment, but somebody said Habrosis. Oh, Hestatus sells so quick now. Hestatus do, yeah.
My green lasers.
And they're just gonna keep getting more expensive because they're not collecting them in the wild anymore.
Adam, did you just go, how much money worth of fish can I throw in this one tank? Your green lasers with your lamp eye congos. Green lasers are like $30 a piece, and the lamp eyes are like 40 to 50. So that's a cool tank. I like the sounds of that. I like it a lot, actually. That seems like a pretty combo. Like, I would really like that. I've had them with dithers, and it didn't do anything.
It doesn't matter.
No, they did the same thing all the time.
It's pretty common thing.
Yeah, I think
all laser Corys that
they're shy. They're smaller too. They're not big Corys. I mean, they're pretty small. They're not tiny, but.
Brenton says, I just added my school of pygmies this weekend.
Oh, they're freaking darling. Such a cute little fish. I'm not a big fan of tiny fish, but like that kind of stuff I really like. I don't know.
I, however, love nanofish.
Mm-hmm. He does. I need that, like, I don't know, 3
In
to 5
the new
inches.
fish room, I'm gonna collect Batis. I've decided.
Which is a cool thing. There's way more than people think, but there's not so many that it would be like totally overwhelming.
That means I'm gonna have like 4 species because that's about all you can get.
I was gonna say, but that's still cool though. Like they don't take up a lot of space.
Davo says, what's with these bronze Corys? I started with 9 and now there's 60.
Yeah,
they're so underrated.
They're beautiful.
I mean, they're such a pretty
Cory. Yeah. I don't know why, just because they're cheap, but like even who I like all the expensive stuff, like I think those are some of the prettiest Corys.
Johnny wants to know if I've ever bred the neon blue Rasbora. No, I've actually never bred any Rasbora on purpose.
Oh, random guy's thinking of getting 3 to 4 of those portholes. You should. I think you should. I think that would be a cool thing to have.
Mm-hmm.
Do it.
Don't they get like a foot though?
No. I remember I said I don't think they get that big. I think they get big, but not that big. I think they get like 7 inches or 6 or 7 inches or something like that. Usually extremely cheap, except when it comes to fish. Believe me, I am someone who I like nice stuff, but I like a good deal too. And there were reasons, like my hobby used to make me money so it could pay for my other hobby. I thrift and I sell things, and it helped to pay for the exorbitant amount of money I spent on fish and reptiles. So I get it. I like to spend my money where I like to have my money where I can see it, which is like crawling on things or swimming through things. That's how I like to see it. Your stir-bys were shy? See, maybe it's because we just have so many. We have so many. But I've kept stir-by forever.
I've never had shy stir-by.
And they were always right out front, so I don't know.
Most all of them are captive bred, so.
I also was very fortunate to have a group of actual true albino stir-by, and I loved them, and they weren't shy either.
Elser says, my 10 neon blue Rasboras arrived at DOA, sadly. They're a very...
That sucks.
Sensitive fish.
They are, and I kept them with my pea puffers, and they did really well. But normally they are very sensitive.
They are not the best shipping fish.
They're usually really emaciated already. That's the thing, is they waste quickly. Like they get very thin very quickly.
The bronze Corys are so hardy and can go pretty cold or warm. Yep, we have them in outdoor tubs still, and I checked the temperature yesterday, and it was like 61. And I've had them into the 50s without problems.
My stir-by and Paleotis eat from my hand. Yeah, that's my experience with stir-by. They run into me all the time when I was cleaning things. I
do like the Paleotis too. I realize it's like the most common $4 Cory you could ever have, but I think they're awesome.
Again, nothing wrong with that. I got a clump of Swasser tang from Tristan that had some Elisoma gilberti eggs. I'm hoping they hatch. It's fun to see what kind of contaminants you can get from plants, right? Could be a good time.
Marcel has Tewa Creek Rads. Those are the pretty ones in my opinion. I think they're all pretty, but those are my favorite.
Excuse me.
6 adults for $100 plus $50 shipping. I'd find a way to go. So is it a flat rate shipping? Because the last time I got fish from him, it was like $100.
I was gonna say, if it's 50 flat rate, that's a good deal most of the time, especially from like a smaller situation or a single person. That's really good. The most I ever paid to ship anything was $100, and I paid to ship a $90 male. What was sold to me as a female but was a male emerald tree skink. Luckily, he was worth every penny. He's the one I have now, who's like the sweetest thing ever, and he's the father of the babies they had. But I paid $100 to ship that thing. Ridiculous. That was years ago.
The auction must have just timed out when I was looking. I'll have to look again. Although I'm really not buying any fish until, we have a new fish room. So
yeah. We technically need to be downsizing, not buying more. Unless they go in with things we already have.
Susan says, I love fish surprises that come on plants. That's what's nice about buying plants at auctions or from someone who, like Tristan, who breeds a lot of stuff.
Let's see what kind of rainbow fish you can get in all your plants. It's always the way it goes.
Have you kept flying foxes? Yes. And if so, how did they work out as algae eaters? Not as good as I would hope. But to be fair, I didn't have a lot of algae in my tank, so I'm not going to be a good indicator on if they're good algae eaters. But what did I have? Is schooled with? Oh, I had them with. I had one flying fox with like 6 roseline barbs, and it schooled with them. There's a video of it on my channel.
I could see that happening. That makes sense.
And it just schooled around with the roseline sharks all day long. That's all I did.
That's funny. Dennis, thank you. I don't know. Maybe like $10. $10.
How much more for Bob to zap himself?
I
don't even think it would even work.
I feel like they've had to like safety proof that because too many people are.
See, I got one of these electric fly swatters.
Yeah, we don't play around here. We kill them quick. Well, if we can get anywhere close to them.
See, here's the fly that I just killed on the last stream.
Let that be a lesson to the rest of you.
It was sparking, but
that's
now
a head on a pike right there.
I kind of want to touch it to see if it.
Don't touch it. I don't need that evil in my life right now in case it.
It can't be that mad.
Don't.
I've touched an electric fence.
Okay, can we just look it up? Okay, wait. What is this thing called?
Electric bug zapper.
Bug zapper zap hand. That's just what I'm gonna
keep out of reach of children.
A bug zapper's power supply and grid arrangement are designed to prevent a dangerous current from passing through a human body. However, getting zapped by a bug zapper will hurt.
It says high voltage, risk of electric shock.
Yeah, I wouldn't do it. Of course.
Touch it.
Don't you dare. Good grief, Charlie Brown.
I kind of want.
Better start breeding a lot of fish if you're having a baby in this economy. Yeah, well, ain't that the truth? I know, that's what they tell you nowadays. It's too expensive to have a kid. Like, it's always been too expensive to have a kid. I mean, if you're my parents, like, that's, depends on the kid.
I grew up in a Ford Pinto.
Shut up.
I'm 100% honest.
You did not grow up in a Ford Pinto.
Okay, well, that's what I was toted around
That is what he was driven from point A to point B in. He did not live in a Ford Pinto.
I've done it, Bob, and it doesn't do squat. I feel like that's a trap.
That would be the ultimate troll. He got you when you're in the hospital. Burns.
It's called a sibling control racket.
Yeah.
It's about to be a daughter control racket.
What did she do?
I'll give you something to cry about.
She doesn't do anything yet. Just she's storing it all up. The only person that gets crap from her is me.
$10 if you touch it. I'm not falling for that again either.
That's what she said.
I know. I never got my $10.
Oh my God. I got something in my front pocket for you. I wish Pictus catfish stayed the size they're sold at. Those things would be awesome if they didn't get big and eat everything. Yeah, there's so many fish like that.
The other problem is that they're so hyperactive, like you can't feed anything else in the tank. No. But I would love, if I ever won the lottery and had like an unlimited tank situation.
Like Ace Ventura, that guy.
I would have a dedicated Pictus catfish tank.
They're very cool, but yeah, they're going to eat everything and they're going to push everybody right out of the way. For sure.
Have you put 9 volt on your tongue? Oh, that's what we did for fun as a kid.
I hate that. That's not fun. It sizzles.
One of my clients' kids put the collar for an electric fence on himself and ran through the danger zone.
What? Oh, that kid's awesome. Is he still alive? Like, is he all right? That's really funny.
Yeah, his name is Steve-O.
Yeah.
That's how he got his start.
God. Peeing on a bug zapper. Yeah, that would be interesting. I feel like that could go either way. Golly.
None of that now.
It's because I don't sleep at all.
And like Dennis, by the way, thank you for the $10 super
yes,
chat.
Dennis, thank you. It is like eating static. That's so funny. Why is he punishing himself? He goes and sits in the corner.
Go in the corner.
Are you in trouble? What'd you do?
It's because I got the bug zapper in my hand.
Oh, he's scared. He thinks he's gonna get beat.
Nobody's gonna beat
The
you,
sad part
buddy.
is that it's
that
so,
was your old life.
Yeah, that's so depressing to see a dog that has been beat and then you do anything and they're terrified, and it just makes me angry at someone I don't even know. Like,
All right, put it down, buddy. It's okay.
I literally get mad at people. I have no idea who they are, but F these people who did this. This poor dog. Big wiener. It's not your fault. On my brother's 16th birthday, I gave him 16 random tasing through. You tased your brother 16 times? That's amazing. My cousin, the stupidest thing that's ever happened to me. I was in like 8th grade. My cousin lived with us, and he's like his age. He's like, I don't know, 5, 6, 7 years older than me, something like that. So he had an airsoft gun, and I don't know why at that, like, he's like, it doesn't get hurt to get shot by one of these. And I was like, oh, really? And so he walks up to me, holds it to my arm, and just shoots me. And I was like, dude, like, I had the biggest freaking welt
We
on
used to have airsoft gun wars.
Oh,
where you
well,
just
I
run around
know.
and shoot each other.
Well, people do it with paintballs without any protection, too, and get huge welts all over each other like idiots.
What's the longest I've ever kept a tank running with no fish in it? I have no idea. We've got 2.
4 minutes?
No, we've had that
I'm
one 20's
kidding.
been empty for a long
Which
time.
one?
When you have a fish room, tanks can sit empty
Yeah.
for a long time.
Or what I consider to be empty would be like there's shrimp in it, or like that, you know what I mean? There's some, like, maybe a loach buried somewhere. Like, I don't think any tanks are ever really actually 100% empty.
Nancy B in Tennessee, welcome to the Dream Team. Don't forget, we stream every Monday, 3:30 PST, Nancy, for the members. Before this stream, even though you already have your 4-year badge.
Yeah, that makes all the sense in the world. Most I've had is 4 clutches. Oh, interesting. That's a lot. That's a lot. Wow, that's cool. Lots of babies.
What do I think about the blue-red Sundanio axelradi? I need the actual scientific name. Because the axelradi
Sound like
is the
me.
neon blue.
Yeah, it is.
Are you just talking about the neon red? Because we have those.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't remember what the scientific name on those ones. I'd have to look.
Nancy said ever since she changed her card, this channel kicks me off. The others are fine. Maybe you just don't want her $5. That's what it is.
That's false.
He wants it. Don't worry. That's
let's
a
see.
horrible sound, buddy. That just sounds terrible. God, if I never see a chili raspbora again in my life. No offense to anybody that keeps chili raspbora.
The rubellus is the neon red.
Ah.
Rubellus. And we have those.
Yeah.
But they look very similar to... Oh, no. The goblinus is the neon blue. What's... Why am I backwards here? What is this?
I'm confused because I thought that... Yeah, look at... I was going to say just copy and paste it. No, they're the blue ones, the axelradi, because I had them. Yeah, I was going to say,
Yeah.
I knew I had them. I had axelradi for sure.
That's weird.
That is weird. I mean, it's there's not that weird, but it's... I didn't realize that there was multiple types. If I had like a 700-gallon tank, I'd
Not
do
big
a
enough.
big old school of ball of sharks, especially to show people what they really are. Yeah, that's a egregiously mistreated fish, for sure. Like lots of sharks, all the sharks, iridescent sharks. I think that's the biggest awful situation. Like people who buy iridescent sharks, it never goes well.
Or the Pangasius catfish that gets like 84 feet long. Or the Adonis pleco
God, the Adonis
that
plecos.
gets like 48
that thing
inches.
Just doesn't even look real. It gets so big. Hi guys, if I keep a betta fish with some Neocaridina shrimp, yes, she leaves them alone. What GH should I aim for both to stay healthy? Thank you.
I don't think you need to worry about GH
I
at
wouldn't
all.
be. I was about to say I really don't think I'd be that concerned about the GH. There's a lot of other things I'd be worried about before that. I don't think that's something that needs to be on your radar. I think that as long as you're like, I don't know. I'm trying to think of what would be super for those things. Like you don't want your pH to swing too much with either of them, obviously, especially with the shrimp. That can be an issue if it crashes or dips down too low. Unless you're trying to like make something happen.
The only time I'd really be, when would I be concerned about?
Yeah,
GH?
I'm trying to think of
as
a
long
situation.
as I like know the GH, which I do know now thanks to Steven. But once I like know what I need to look for or what I need to watch out for regarding like my GH and like what low GH can cause, then that's all I look for. Otherwise, I'm not too worried about it.
Those are things I don't think about a lot, honestly, for a lot of situations with fish keeping, the GH or the KH.
It's kind of like, to me, it's kind of like TDS. Like, who cares?
Yeah, it's erroneous, sort of.
Okay,
it isn't
well,
erroneous,
my
but
TDS is 300, but what does that really tell me? Nothing.
I mean, it doesn't.
It tells me nothing.
Great.
If your pH is solid, then your GH is solid.
Yeah,
so,
that's what I was trying less eloquently to say about your pH being, that's to have the pH be stable. So if your pH is stable, then you should be good.
I'm back finally. Had to take apart an FX6 and clean the impeller. This is why I don't like them.
That is the worst.
I'm not a canister
That
filter
is,
fan.
I think I had mine for so long, and I really think I cleaned them all like 3 times each ever. Like, I just hate it. Was the worst. It was the worst.
I tested the GH when Steven was on the stream.
Yeah, he did. I had to sit here and by myself while he went and did it.
Verena guy says my TDS is well over 600, nearly 700, and my Episto's breeding
There you
it.
have it. So.
Yeah, like it really tells you nothing.
African tiger Goliath. You know, I don't know. There's some fish that I just shouldn't be kept. Like that's, but I feel that way with a lot of animals.
I don't even feel like Corey's 800 gallon. I can't even think of a monster fish that's even big enough for.
Seeing it in person and actually standing there and looking at like what a bunch of Congo tetras look like in it. You know what I mean? Trying to imagine a big group of big fish in there. It would be ridiculous.
Like the bala sharks would never fit in there.
You need thousands. You need swimming pool, like big swimming pool size. And even then, like...
the bala shark's going to get 20 inches and they're a schooling fish.
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like when you're getting schooling fish that get 2.5 or 2 feet long.
Regina says, my FX6 is still in the box. Bought it 3 years ago. That's kind of how mine was.
Get rid of that thing, Regina.
It took me like...
You can sell it and make money. I mean,
when did I buy? I bought, I think it's like 2 years maybe before I set mine up. And then I had it running for like, and to be fair, like it did its job. Like I have no qualms with it. I just don't like canister filters.
I liked my FX4s, but I think I've said this before. The reason I bought them is because I called Petco's customer service and had them price match Chewy, and I got them for like dirt cheap in comparison to retail. So like that was the reason why I did it.
Guess I better return the bag of bala sharks I just put in the 800.
I knew it. I knew that was the next thing I was going to see in that tank. I was sure of it.
I do like the Congo tetras.
Now that all the males are in there, I really like it. I remember the females, I was like, this looks like nothing.
Maybe like 50.
They look so
50
good,
or
though.
100 Congo tetras.
See, that will be cool. When you get like a full-grown big group of Congo tetras, just to interrupt us, they look so nice. They're so pretty. And they look really good in there. I'm a little upset I haven't seen the ellipsifer eel for a while, but that's okay. A little upset.
Meow.
Right, meow?
10 times. Gotta say meow 10 times.
Meow.
Big tanks lend themselves to big aquascapes and medium and below fish. I would just love
wishful thinking.
That 800 gallon tank with like 50 males. That is okay. 50 more arrive tonight. I would.
Ooh, really? That's gonna look really good. Oh, you're gonna put them in there? They're going in there, I'm assuming.
I would assume.
That's gonna look sweet.
I would love to do like large schools of like 1-inch fish.
Really?
Imagine
this
that.
Just in. Stop the press, everybody.
Can you imagine?
No.
Okay.
Fish.
Okay. Peep this.
Sorry.
Peep this. 500 pygmy coras.
Pygmy coras. Okay.
Hovering mid-column like they do. It would be like a swarm of bees just hovering around.
That would be very swarmy.
Yeah.
I kind of like the idea. The swarm sounds...
Suck it.
That would be the tank. It would be called the swarm. I like it. I can get down with it. I co-sign on that.
Luminatus eggs harvested.
I approve this message.
Very nice, Mike.
That's good. Yeah, that's gonna look.
Honestly, I'm not like this typically, but importing Nile monitors should be banned. 99% of them die young. Same with Savannah monitors.
Agreed to all of that. And this comes from the kid who wanted a Nile. I wanted a Nile monitor more than I wanted to breathe air when I was a kid.
I am going to be the one that tames the Nile monitor. It is going to be me.
I will die for this lizard. My mom's like, you are on drugs. Like, I just remember I was like, Mom, I'm going to walk it down the street. I'm going to get a leash for it. She's like, you're not getting one. I got you a green iguana. That's as much as you're getting.
Oh, a StarCraft reference. Holy smokes.
Wow.
The Zerg tank. Live for the Swarm. That's like the only game I play still.
I think of Halo too, the Flood. Like that's another.
Never played it.
I love Halo. The Flood is similar to the Swarm. It's the same idea. Interviewing Heiko Bleher, the aquatic hobby pioneer of 70 years. Yeah, he's got a lot of cool stuff going on. Any suggestions on what I should ask?
So he's been to like what 140 countries.
Yeah.
That's what I would pick his brain on. Nothing to do with fish.
What's it like visiting all these places? Well, I would be interested to see how they treat fish in each place. You know what I mean? Like, how do they approach fish keeping or collecting fish or whatever it is they do? That would be interesting.
Jonathan says, I'm big on emerald iras boras. That's another fish that's really cool to see in a giant school. I mean, all fish are cool in giant schools, but those emerald eyes are really nice.
Alex, my Ackie monitor's name was Joanna after the Rescuers Down Under because I was so obsessed with Joanna. She's still like my favorite Disney character ever. My JoJo. She was such a fun girl. She bit me all the time, but I still loved her.
Regina says, to be
More
honest,
overlords.
I have 2 FX6s set up in the past. I sold them with the setup. Thought I'd need another one at some point, so I bought it. Yeah, so I got, what did I get? Sense. So this was pre-COVID prices, mind you. I got the 125, the stand, the tops, the lights, and the FX6 for $400 and something.
I'd like to punch you in the face for that. That's ridiculous.
That's when PetSmart used to have like their crazy Black Friday
deals. That
is
the stupidest thing I've ever heard in my life. Like, I'm upset. But it's such a good deal. Like, you can't even find an old 20-year-old 125-gallon on Craigslist for less than someone wants $1,200 for it. Like, with old gravel and it's crusty.
The used tank prices here are pretty bonkers.
So Sacramento, same thing. I'm like, calm down, guys. Calm down with all that. It's flipping ridiculous. Now I just have like Slayer. I just have Halo-isms going through my head now. And all the sounds they make. It's been a while.
I wanted an Australian blue water dragon until I saw a video of them in their natural habitat.
It really can ruin it for you when you see what you're taking them out of or what they need, and then you're like,
even like the basilisk. Like,
oh yeah.
When are you ever gonna see a basilisk run on water
Never.
in captivity?
It's
Never.
depressing with the basilisk. It really is. Which is funny.
Well, they're really cool looking.
Yeah, they are cool. Frilled dragons, like Australian frilled dragons, are like, that's another Rescuers Down Under. The frilled dragon, he was great.
Bob, hit me with the zapper. I can't type right tonight. I'm telling you, I'm really thinking about like.
You're not doing it.
Well, now I have to do it.
It's not happening.
If you tell me no, I have to do it.
There's times when I tell you no and you can say that, and there's times when I tell you no and you know I'm serious. Don't. I'm sure it would be fine. I don't care though. I'm not dealing with that tonight. Yeah, do that.
No,
lick it.
On it. I'm not gonna lick it.
It's still, I forgot it's still there.
Yeah, because I used to threaten other flies with it. Or I use it.
Bracken, we'll take your 20-year-old 125 that needs resealing. Bring it on over.
False. I've resealed an old 125.
You have a fun time doing that?
No. And why?
You didn't?
We have empty 125s in storage. Don't forget.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Never mind. I don't want it, Bracken.
And a 300
Not
in
allowed
storage.
to have it.
Yeah.
I can't pay my mortgage. Meh. Oh, I was not talking to us.
Come on, how big is the battery in it? What's it, like 3 volt? They're D batteries.
What the hell takes D batteries anymore? Like, what is this?
Wait, where do they go?
Braxton doesn't like when you pick that up.
Oh no, it's rechargeable.
He doesn't like it.
So my old one was D batteries, and then I was getting a little too aggressive with flies and broke it, so I had to buy a new one. And this one's rechargeable. So
were you getting aggressive with flies, or?
Well, I think I smacked the wall and broke it in half.
I'm pretty sure that it wasn't the fly that was. Hi, buddy. What's up?
But this one has a light on it. Look.
Amazing. For all your fish killing needs or fish killing. I'm done. I can't talk anymore.
And a red light. It's got a laser.
Laser.
That's what you really kill them with, is the laser.
The laser.
You know, if anyone has an old like PS2 sitting around, those lasers are pretty fantastic. You can kill flies with those lasers. You can kill a lot of those. You can kill a lot of things with those PS2 lasers. I'm telling you.
Used tanks in my area are pretty decent. I can usually find a 6-foot tank for about. You know what, Kenny? All right, quit bragging. That's ridiculous. That's a good deal. I'd buy.
I would still never pay more than $1 a gallon for a used tank. I don't care what size it is.
I mean, you'd be hard pressed to get your hands on anything good where I'm from. I had to wheel and deal. I had to wait till people had them sitting for like 6 months to be like, hey, all right, you ready to get rid of that or what?
Bob, you need to get a bug assault.
That's the salt guns. You can shoot the bugs with the salt guns.
We don't get a lot of flies, though. Like, that's pretty weird.
It's usually when a door gets left open. Like, that's generally how that happens. So,
about half of you slackers need to hit the like button. Just saying.
get it together, fools. Just kidding. I'm nice. Press the like button.
He's a rockaway man. You ain't my boss. Whoa. I think we gotta go. We're gonna go get some Costco pizza for dinner tonight, and I think they close soon.
They close at like 8 or 9.
They definitely don't close at 9.
Are you sure? Somebody tell me when Costco closes.
That $125 was $100. So you guys talking about prices
They
makes me
close at
feel
8:30.
lucky.
What a stupid time to close.
8:30.
Oh, I love spiders. If you have any you wouldn't like, you can give them to me. I love spiders. If you have spider problems, I can help.
I'm hesitant to hit the like button because Chelsea wanted to hit her husband for saving money.
Oh, shut up.
Finally, someone's on my side.
He's tried to hit me about 27 times until you showed up.
Whoa. There is no try.
No, you didn't do it, though, so maybe you're just scared. I don't know. Are you yella? I think you're yella. Get out of here. Oh.
Let that be a lesson to you.
That is offensive.
Ooh.
Like, it's as bad as I'm making it out to be. It smells like...
That is an interesting smell.
I don't know what that is.
Which one of you? Was that you?
I wish at this one. No, it was
He
not.
who smelt it dealt it.
He who denied it supplied it.
That is tart.
It's ripe.
That's going to make my eyes water.
It's been cooking for a minute, that one. I don't know. I think it was Braxton.
Maybe that's what he's barking at. He needs to go outside.
I don't know what is... Whew, that is not a healthy smell. Yikes.
Costco pizza, what you really shop? No, I just go there to buy the pizza.
And butter.
$10 for like a pizza
The
this
pizza
big.
is humongous. It is a very large
I always
pizza.
feel terrible the next day, but it's worth it. It's so greasy.
It's really greasy. I wish it was less
Pregnant
greasy.
toots are toxic. I knew it was you. You're trying to blame the dog.
It wasn't me. I burp a lot. The weird thing for me is I burp like constantly, and it's really weird. That's a very weird side effect of this. Always burping.
Oh, I'm glad you have side effects from our baby. Way to make it sound like a disease.
It is. It's succubus. Like, essentially, it is a parasite. That's what... No offense, but like...
Bob's mouth can be completely hidden behind the microphone now. It's back to normal size. Good.
Mine will never be normal sized. That's normal. That's a normal thing to do. It's true. I do have a Costco card. You got nothing.
Half of it's mine by law. So...
Explain that in
Suck it.
court.
I don't have to. That's the law. They already know it.
Great. Now we're going to talk about me tooting. I'm not even a toot offender.
Chelsea's tooting for toot.
That's so funny. My mom said toot, and she hated the word fart. Like, she was like totally you could say the F word, the real F word around my mom, and she'd be less upset than if you said fart.
The real one?
She hated fart. She's like, that's not a fart. And my mom called them barking spiders. That's what she called farts, were barking spiders, which I to this day think is the funniest thing ever to call a fart. So Yeah. A parasitic STD. I mean, technically, right? Like, yeah. I can't say that's not what it is.
You are hosting it.
The host. Yeah, that's all I am anymore. Who am I?
You're no longer the mom. You're the host.
Yeah, I've graduated to a new echelon. It's like Alien. It's going to be real cool. The Bickersons. There you go.
All right, but for real, I'm going to call it. We're going to go get dinner because I'm hungry.
All about him.
When I was hungry, my baby got the hiccups every time. So annoying. Ooh, that would be a weird feeling.
Yeah, that happens.
Something like, inside of you
yet,
hiccuping?
But yeah, that I've heard a lot of people talk about the hiccuping. I'm supposed to start feeling her soon. Nothing yet. Don't know what's going on, but just taking it real easy in there, except for whenever they try and get her in the picture in the ultrasound. All over the freaking place.
Well, Barbara, she got that card after. So it is community assets.
What? Oh, God. Jeez. My dad's girlfriend is an attorney. So, like, I remember when we got married, she's like, I'd like to point out that Washington is a community property state.
Joke's on you. I own nothing.
It was so funny.
You got half my shack.
It was so
Good job.
funny. She's so funny. I love her so much. Judy's the best. It was really funny, though. It was a good one.
Oh, Nancy, how are the mouths tonight?
Yeah, apparently his is fine. I'm still on the red list, though, so it's unfortunate for me, I guess. Big mouth.
But anyways, thanks everyone for coming out. We had a lot of fun. Hope you had a lot of fun.
Word.
And yeah, this was a fun stream. I can't believe it's already been like an hour and a half. That's how fast time goes.
If you ever don't say that, I'm going to be very concerned. I'm going to be worried.
What?
It's this hour and a half's gone by really quickly. I can't believe it's been an hour. It does go by quickly. It's a true statement. It's just funny because you always say it.
Less than 17,000 till 100K subs. Woo! Yes, we will hit that by the end of the year.
Woo.
And maybe
what's going to happen? Wait, aren't you supposed to take your hat off?
Yeah, but I've already done it, so it's like, what's the point now?
But I thought that was, I remember that. Like, I vividly remember.
Yeah, 50K was pie, 100K is the hat, but I've already done it.
Yeah, it's not.
So I don't even know if that's a thing anymore.
I don't know what you could do. I've got nothing.
I don't know. Just gonna celebrate.
Get to 200,000
with some Costco pizza.
Yeah.
No, the next milestone's 1 million.
Oh, God, you really don't give yourself it. Like, you could maybe say 500,000 would be something, or 250. You could go by 250, 500, 750, 1 million. There you go. Get to 1 million.
Once you get to 100K subs, you'll forget about us. No, because it's the same 100 people that come here every Monday. So
yeah, it doesn't change.
Yeah, that doesn't.
Maybe they watch the videos, but
I'm still Jenny from the block.
Shh. And on that note, goodbye to everybody.
What?
Culo. That was on last night. Taco flavor kisses, honey. Taco, taco, taco.
Burrito, burrito.
Such a good one. Huh?
Smack myself in the head with a zapper at 100K. I feel like I shouldn't get punished for hitting 100K. I feel like I should get something.
You're not hitting yourself with that zapper. That's not happening.
I'm going to do it now for sure.
You're not.
Yes, I am.
I don't think so.
Nobody tells me what to do.
I do.
That's probably true.
I just did. Harlow.
I'm doing it.
Okay.